Hey,
You're live.
we are live. Already one person's watching. I'm assuming that's us. Consider this to be like a little pre-show because we gotta, we gotta make sure everything's. Let me pop up the comments really quick on there. Hey, someone did say first. Can you hear us all right? How's the audio? Someone goes, Brad Jones? Like, yes.
Yeah.
It is me.
Whoa, you're Brad Jones? No way.
You hear me? Okay, it's all good. All right. Okay, anyway.
Holy crap, already 200 Damn.
Yeah, exactly. Why
If I didn't know any better, I'd say you were internet famous.
Anyway, okay, this is our first live episode of Midnight Screenings, which actually makes sense that you'd be on the first live episode of Midnight Screenings.
Totally,
You were on the. It was me and you did the first episode of Midnight. Actually, it was also on a Marvel movie.
I was gonna say it was Thor.
It was Thor.
It was Thor.
Which is a review that I can't find. Like,
You lost it?
No, I didn't lose it. This was like the Blip days, and back on Blip, once in a while, videos would just not be there anymore. Like, it would pop up a thing saying, sorry, can't be found. And then you'd have to write to Blip, and then they'd fix it, but they were never able to fix that one. And a lot of people have, like, said, what, are you going to yell at Blip's corpse?
Well, I was gonna say, the original Blip people, we miss you.
I love being on YouTube so much more than Blip.
Okay.
Personally,
Retracted?
I do at least. Huh?
I said retracted? I guess.
You can see how things work out in Maker if you want. I hear great things. Anyway, or are you on Maker? I'm sorry. No, like, and people who've saved these videos in the past, we're still never able to find, like, the Thor episode of Midnight Season. Maybe out there someone has it. It was only 9 minutes long, and I liked Thor.
There you go. If you know where to find that video, put it in the comments.
Yeah, but just send me a copy of it. I'll put it on YouTube.
There you go.
So we were at the 7:00 screening for this, and they're turning. They accidentally gave me the large this time, which, Jesus, you could fit 3 whole fucking bottles in this goddamn thing. But so we're in Theater 7 in there for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Theater 8 is being turned into an IMAX, and I'm assuming they're in the middle of the paint job on it. Because it smelled like just a fresh coat of paint.
Well, it was like the walkway into the theater. It was like the archway or something like that. It was just fresh paint.
And this movie's over 2 hours, so we are so paint high right now. We didn't really need the 3D glasses.
Right. We've been huffing paint.
We've been huffing paint because of the theater. It was paint, or someone spilled some nail polish remover in there. I don't know why you need that for an IMAX. So it was so heavy in there that one of the employees had the emergency exit open to air out the paint fumes as not to kill the customers.
And the best part about it was they still had the door leading into the theater open, just letting the fumes in. And I turned to Brad and I go, I'm going to do them a favor. So I go over there and I shut the door.
You finish painting for them. You just take out some overalls. Boy, this sure is fun.
I'm going to do them a favor. Yep, there's nothing like good, cheap labor.
Sit down, Tom Sawyer. You're not talking me into painting your fucking theater. I'm here to watch a goddamn movie, not paint your theater, you fucking hillbilly. The straw hat. Fucks. Anyway, we saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2. We're bullshitting right now just because this is a really good movie.
Yeah. I mean,
this movie's adorable.
Oh,
honestly.
God. This movie was just so much fun.
It was a blast. It was a total blast of the movie. And yeah, I did dig the hell out of the first one. Honestly, if I made a list of the Marvel Universe movies, Guardians of the Galaxy would be way fucking up there,
Yeah.
at least the top 3.
Yeah.
This is a damn good sequel.
Totally.
It's so much fun. These characters work so great together.
They
They're
really
just likable and funny and charming. The movie doesn't have a bitter, cynical-ass bone in its body.
Yeah.
And if it
Nope.
does, it's because, like, some of the characters may be a little bit bitter, but they're still lovable.
They really are. Now, you know, I actually have read some comics and whatnot, but Guardians of the Galaxy is actually a series that I never really got into. I never really touched an issue of. So I mean, there were some subtle hints into like later issues that I just did not get. Like,
Dude, that's it. Whenever there is a post-credit thing in one of these movies, it's usually always something that, like, okay, that is definitely there for people who have read. That is definitely there for people who have read the comics.
Right.
And 8 times out of 10, I don't know what the fuck is going on in the post-credit scenes, unless it's the last one, because I know who Howard the Duck is.
right. Well, and that's just the thing. 8 out of 10 times I do know, and
Yeah.
I get excited. This time I'm with you. I'm just like
I'm used to that. It's like damn it. I'm just confused. This is why I need Brian at these. Like, I remember at the end, like, the one of them that had the post-credit scene that had Thanos popping up. I lean over to Brian sarcastically, like, ooh, that means Hellboy's in the next one. Clearly, that's what that... I know who that is. That's Satan from Looney Tunes. And in this... I don't know. Like, if you were to ask me what the post-credits mean in this, it's like Sylvester Stallone and his people they're going to remake the movie Space Truckers. That's what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I was like, I don't get the significance of that group.
And then Planet Galaxina with the gold people, they're going to they've created Adam. Which
And it's like, which Adam?
Well, obviously, it's going to tie into the exploitation film Adam and Eve versus the Cannibals. Clearly, I knew what it meant. I doubt the kid sitting behind me did. That's why we're live, so you can catch this reference to Adam and Eve versus the Cannibals. You kids know what I mean, right?
Right.
This guy gets it. Now, I really like how this movie is, what's that?
Adam Warlock.
Oh,
Okay.
He just called you a warlock.
To the Google.
I
To
would, but
the
I'm using
Google.
my phone.
Well, I'll
really,
use my phone.
I love how this movie is structured, too. Very much in... Like, you could almost see some Empire Strikes Back inspiration in this. Not that this ever really gets that dark, necessarily.
Peter, I am your father.
Both movies dealing in father-son issues, pretty hardcore in both senses. And also, this movie structures itself interestingly in that a lot of the movie is devoted to the team being kind of apart from each other through a majority of it. So while you're seeing Star-Lord and them with Kurt Russell as his dad, you're also seeing Rocket and Groot and Michael Rooker doing their own thing in the movie, which is fantastic because Michael Rooker, his performance in this movie,
God, yes,
is outstanding.
I'm sorry, but give me some. Show me something that that Michael Rooker is bad in.
No, oh, totally. And plus, we get a reunion of Michael Rooker and Sylvester Stallone from cliffhanger. All we need is Janine Turner to show up and pick him up in a helicopter. Now, Michael Rooker, who has been one of our best actors for decades, in this movie, in a career of outstanding performances, God, he is like practically the heart of this movie and has a huge arc from this scoundrel to... God, he makes you weep by the end of this movie. Like, he is humanized hardcore in this. It's one of his best performances, and I know it probably won't happen, but God, he deserves, like, a supporting actor nomination for this.
Oh, totally. Totally. I mean, and I mean, like I said, The Walking Dead, if you're fans of The Walking Dead, if you're a fan of The Walking Dead, then you loved him as Merle in
Henry, Portrait of a Serial Killer, man. You ever
No.
Really? Oh, watch that. That's you'll have. I saw that movie for the first time 25 years ago, and I'm still having nightmares. That movie's intense as shit.
Wow. I'm Mary Poppins, y'all.
I don't. I don't know about that line necessarily.
No, that was great. That back and forth was great. That was great. But no, you'll have to get that when you watch that.
I really loved what they did with the villain in this movie too, because it's been talked about a lot how Marvel movies don't, or at least in the cinematic universe, often will have maybe not the best villains, or maybe they're kind of flat or just kind of forgettable. I'm pretty sure that the folks behind these movies have some kind of written rule to not make their villains overshadow the heroes, like a lot of 90s movies did. But in doing so, and you know, if that is their rule, you can tell by these movies, because they do have very memorable protagonists in these films. But at the expense of that, there are a lot of really forgettable villains in some of these movies. And
Such as?
Thanos. Put me to fucking sleep every time he... Really?
Just wait, my friend. It's building.
Oh, okay.
It's building.
Well, you know, that should have been the case in the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie, when he wasn't a flat, boring-ass villain on there.
It's building.
They should have...
There will be Thanos will become a big thing.
But when he is the villain of your movie, he should already at least be something. I'm not saying he can't build the something. I'm just saying he should be something other than boring.
He's not the main villain right now.
He basically was in the first Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
No. First Guardians of the Galaxy was the dude with the hammer.
Thor.
No, not Thor. The demon dude who had the Infinity Stone and he put it in his hammer and.
It's been a few years.
Yeah,
I'm just mainly remembering Thanos from the film.
Yeah, I mean Thanos was at the end and the post-credit sequence. Yeah.
In the first Guardians?
Yeah.
What am I thinking of?
Yeah. Commenters, help us out. Ronan, yes. Ronan.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so Ronan was the guy with the hammer. Thanos was the guy in the post-credit sequence.
See,
okay, I see what you're saying now.
See, this is making my point, because the fact that we're having this conversation means the villain wasn't that fucking memorable in the first fucking movie.
True.
And
Ronan was...
Sometimes the villains can be fine, really, depending on who's playing them. Like, I liked Mads Mikkelsen in Doctor Strange. It was kind of less how the character was written, and more so I just like him. In this, they do a lot of great stuff with Kurt Russell in this film.
Hands of Fate.
Yeah, that's what it was. Sorry. I forgot. It was the Master who did it. No, in this they do a lot of great things with Kurt Russell in here. Like, everything seems calm and peaceful when they arrive to his planet, much like he's Billy D. Williams. And then slowly but surely you're seeing something more sinister, and you really get a sense of this character. The only problem I really had, especially, it's a cool character in of it itself. He's ego and he's a living planet. There's a lot of cool action sequences in this. There's a lot of imagination to it too, especially when you have these space battle sequences where a lot of the things that they're fighting are basically controlled by an arcade machines. Yeah. You know, that was really cool. But with in terms of Kurt Russell, the only thing I could say, and I thought this in the theater, and this is spoiler territory, is like, okay,
hit me.
Yeah. I would say fast forward, but
yeah, we're live.
Yeah, you can't now. You will later when this goes up in the archive. But when you're, you know what? When you're, when you're trying to convince this guy, Star-Lord, to go along with your side, to really seduce and convince him that what you're doing is right.
Yeah.
Maybe don't admit you planted a tumor in his mother's head.
Right.
I'm like, dude! Like, that was one piece of writing in this movie where I was like, okay, obviously something needs to happen to make everybody in the movie, mainly Star-Lord, realize that this guy is a villain. But he might as well have just come out and said, by the way, you shouldn't trust me.
Right.
I'm the villain.
Right.
Like, maybe there could have been a more graceful way of the climax happening.
Yeah.
But it was a fun climax.
No, it was. It was. I loved it. I mean, honestly, I didn't have a problem with that because it was almost like Ego was doing such a great job of convincing Star-Lord, hey, we're going to do great things, and then, oh, by the way, I killed your mother.
But why would you do? It's like giving the most passionate speech of your life and then shitting your pants in the last 5 minutes. Like, you're just
Trump speech.
His speeches don't start out good. His speeches still start out with like,
That's true.
with bullshit. If he shit his pants in one of his speeches, it'd be the best thing that ever came out of one of his holes. But anyway, the movie,
right.
Other than that, the movie, it's an over 2 hour movie, and it's excellently paced.
I would say, hey, unmute.
No, it's paced great. The movie's about 2 hours and 15 minutes long or something.
Yeah, something
2
like that.
hours, 15 minutes, 2 hours, 20 minutes. And no, it goes by great because like you spend equal time with your different groups of characters, whether it's what's up?
Somebody just said Jeff Goldblum was in the credits.
Was he as his
I didn't
Thor
catch that.
Ragnarok character? Oh, I didn't. No.
I didn't catch that. Was that right at the very end? I mean, we stayed at the end, but
I didn't see him anywhere.
yeah, I didn't either.
I don't know, but I mean, he's in the Thor Ragnarok trailer.
Yeah,
Maybe that's what they're thinking of.
maybe.
But no, like the music is really edited well into the movie, which the first one did that. The first one used music great as well.
I mean, and that to me is one of the is one of the charms of this movie series.
Yeah.
Is that they put that like 80s, that late
70s,
early 80s stuff in there. Oh man.
Yeah, and it does it well. Like the songs that they use in the movie, there's certainly context to it being there. They've certainly set up that this is the kind of movie and universe that it is in terms of these two movies. And also it does elevate the mood in these scenes. It does fit along great with what you're watching. And that's excellent because it doesn't feel like, okay, we've made this movie and then in post-production, I don't know, let's just throw some memorable songs on there even if they don't really fit. That's not what these movies do. Whether you like the soundtrack or whether you don't, clearly a lot of time went into picking choices that work, picking things that go along with the mood.
Well, and you know what though, I think that was also something that like again a charm of the first one that I'm gonna say wasn't really in the second one.
Oh, you didn't like the soundtrack?
Just the selections. I thought maybe okay, one of the best things for me in the first one was when they're getting processed in that prison ship and you're hearing Hooked on a Feeling.
Sure.
It was so it was so like inappropriate for that scene, but it was hilarious.
But it fits. It goes along with the mood that the movie has set, especially in how it's edited in the movie. It's cut really well. It's put in there.
Yeah.
Hooked on a Feeling.
I guess I just don't get what you mean, because like I would think...
Meaning clearly it's not like they're putting that song over a scene from Sallow. Like, these movies have very really you're gonna compare Guardians of the Galaxy to
No,
Sallow?
no. But I mean, no. But I'm saying it. I mean, shit. They might as well be. I mean, because
Really?
well, hear me out. Because I mean, "Hooked on a Feeling" isn't really like the song you'd expect to hear while you're being processed in a prison ship.
You say that, but that song was in Reservoir Dogs, a movie that's known for using 70s songs for rather violent scenes.
Touche.
Yeah, I mean, I think that a song, like, it all depends on which song you're using and how you're using it. Like, even something a little upbeat and poppy can still be disturbing no matter how you're using it. It can it can even make you feel a little bit more uneasy. I think that in these movies, they do a good job with the music, because the movies all, from beginning to end, have a sense of fun and poppiness to them. And that's what the soundtrack kind of does. It goes along with the real pulpy feeling that you're seeing through a lot of it, even when Hooked on a Feeling's playing. And in this, I thought they did it well in this one too. So when Come a Little Bit Closer is playing, when Rooker is getting all of them with the arrow. They have a great discussion about Brandy by Looking Glass in the film, which is great because I love that fucking song.
It's pretty much like the theme song to this movie.
It is, and I wonder what my dad will think about that, because he hates that song.
Oh, really?
I love Brandy. I love that song.
My sister's name is Brandy, so she loves that song.
Yeah. So I liked all the little Looking Glass cues in the film. No, I enjoyed the soundtrack.
Yeah, me too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I thought it was a good soundtrack, but I will say, as far as selections go, I definitely prefer the first one over the second one.
Oh, you mean? Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Well, that. But that was separate to my original point.
No, you know what? I mean, both excellent soundtracks.
Yeah.
Were there more stuff in the first one that I probably listen to more on a regular basis? Yeah, probably.
Cherry Bomb.
Most likely. Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
Ooh, yeah.
The Raspberries. Yeah. But no, I highly recommend the movie. Like, if you want a great time, and I know you'll probably need some laughs this weekend, you'll get it out of this. It's charming, it's adorable. The movie's cute as hell. There's great charisma with all the actors and great chemistry between the characters and everything. And if you love the first one, you will like this one.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah.
If you love Guardians of the Galaxy, you're gonna love this sequel. And if you read the comics, I mean, you're gonna just absolutely have a hard-on for it, because I mean, I didn't read the comics, but I mean, I had fun, and I feel like if I did read the comics, then I would get the subtle nuances. Like I would, I would be like I was during Warcraft. I'd be like, ooh.
Yeah, but at least, like, if you haven't read you won't be sitting there like, what? Like I was during Warcraft. Like I'm my dad, and it's 1990, and he's taking me to whatever the hell I dragged him to go see. This is a way better movie than Warcraft. The hell, man. There was not David Hasselhoff on the soundtrack anywhere in Warcraft.
That's true. Hasselhoff is on the soundtrack.
Yeah, he's in this movie.
Yeah.
It's like maybe it's the same universe as the SpongeBob movie. Anyway, yeah, my final thought, I highly recommend the movie. It was a lot of fun. You, any final thoughts?
I will agree with that. And I will also say that Illinois is currently experiencing a drought. It has not rained in, 10 hours.
What?
We're going to start a relief fund, GoFundMe. The link will be in the description.
What?
Of the video.
Fuck are you talking about? You've been outside. It was raining when we got here.
No, No, was it?
Yes, it was. It was raining this afternoon.
Yeah, this afternoon.
Didn't we get here 10? We did get here early because it was
7.
crowded.
Yeah,
it was like that was like 10 hours. That was like 10 hours ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 10 hours.
Yeah, we got here 10 hours ago so we could get in line for tickets. But da-da-da-da-da-da. That is classic Brad and Jerrid. No, your relief fund's on first. See ya.